First and foremost, I want to say this channel is dedicated to help women improve themselves. And I know that sounds funny. It sounds hilarious. But given how women are going toward, how women are generally are nowadays, I just want you to understand yourself and understand sexual dynamics and why you think the way you do. I want to say that women are highly intelligent, high IQ. The problem is, you all think with your emotions most of the time. And that is why a masculine man, an alpha male, is the best leader and you should follow him. Now, is there alpha women? Oh, yes, there is. I'm not going to deny that. Are there alpha women that are way better leaders than a lot of the males out here in America? I'm going to go ahead and say, hell yeah. We have a lot of weak men out here. A ton. But I want to say, too, my goal is not to put anybody down with my videos. It's to lift people up. It's to be self-aware and understanding things in our society and things like that. I want women to be amazing. I love women. Do I like the way the direction women are heading? No, I mean, I see it all the time. It's a big problem is social media and these weak men giving these women undeserved validation just for posting a stupid selfie of themselves. You don't know how many selfies I've seen of these girls are just, it's the same selfie. Oh, I'm just going to take a picture of myself today. Okay, cool, whatever. Another thing I want women to understand is when you see these other girls on their social media, you have to understand they're putting their best self out there. You're not seeing the struggles that they endure in their life. You don't see the pain and the suffering and the loneliness. And no, you think that everything is just going to be a hunky-dory all the time in their life? Hell no. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say a lot of these girls probably have addictions that y'all aren't even aware of. Maybe they're addicted to drugs, alcohol, being highly promiscuous with a lot of different men. And you know what? We can make our own choices, and if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But understand, when you make these type of decisions, there's going to be consequences for your actions. If you want to, forego your 20s and just be a party girl and just enjoy life right now, don't be shocked when you get into your 30s or your 40s when nobody wants to marry you now. Nobody even wants to think about having a child with you. And then you end up alone and by yourself. And you have nobody to blame but yourself. Here's a key thing I want women to understand. Life is not a fairy tale, okay? Relationships are not a fairy tale. There is no Prince Charming that's going to come save the day. He might look like Prince Charming, but if he's high up on the sexual market value, why would he want to stick with you when he has all these different girls coming at him? So, understand, in life, if you want something, you have to sacrifice. And if you want to have a good family and a good relationship, you're going to have to sacrifice some things. And not let yourself be bamboozled by your emotions. You all are the gatekeepers to physical relationships. You allow a man in that intimate setting. Now, is there times that men force themselves? Yeah, like with rape? Of course that happens, but I'm going to say it's pretty damn rare. You look at all the different type of physical relationships and you look at that, it's pretty rare because if it happened all the time, our prisons would be just completely stuck. There'd be no men out here. So I'm going to go ahead and say like that is pretty rare. Does it happen? Hell yes. And is it disgusting? Hell yes. I think those people need to be executed. If you're found 100% guilty of that, they need to just be off of this world. But you have to understand what you're attracted to. You have to understand what is more valuable to you. Do I want to have kids and a family and have a nice stable life for them and have a husband that's going to be there for me, not going to be out here cheating on me, going to be faithful to me, going to be a good man, going to be a provider? Well, he's not going to be, the most flashiest out here. You're not going to get it all. That's my whole point. You can't have it all. They're telling you you can have it all. They're lying to you. You cannot have a husband, have children, have a career, and have a relationship with yourself. Something will suffer. Something will suffer. Whether that's a relationship with yourself, relationship with your kids, relationship with your husband, or relationship or your work, your career, or even like your household. Something will suffer. You have to sacrifice. You cannot have it all. And that's why a lot of you women out here nowadays are completely miserable. I see it on your face. I see how you feel like you're overworked. You want to have fun. And paying bills is not fun. Going to work every day is not fun. In my opinion, women perform better if you guys have part-time jobs. Generally speaking. Okay? Generally speaking. There are some girls out here that are extraordinary. They can be CEOs or, UFC fighters, and they're extraordinary UFC fighters. But that's rare. That is rare as hell. And I want you to understand this too about men. We're not that complicated. We're either one way or the other. You can't make a bad boy into a nice guy. And you can't make a nice guy into a bad boy. You're going to have to pick what you want. And then live with the consequences. If you want the bad boy, understand he's going to have problems. It's going to be drama. It's like if I don't even want a number 10 woman because of all the extra stuff I know how to deal with. But if I was to end up dating a 10, I understand. It's like having a Ferrari. It's high maintenance. It's like a lot of these girls are highly narcissistic and into themselves, and I can't sustain that. You can't sustain a long-term relationship with a bad boy. You cannot fix him. And the nice guy, the beta provider, listen, if you want to have kids, if you want a good setting, yes, you need a strong man. But listen, raising kids in a healthy environment requires a lot of monotonous patterns, same routines. I'm sorry to say, that's what kids need. You can't have chaos. If you want healthy kids, mentally healthy, mentally strong, non-toxic, you need to have stable environments for your children. And that's what it's called sacrifice.